street, case on the news.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Slam.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mark 55. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is Trevor Davis. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go, D. Watch safety.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Carr gonna throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
A gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line. Monday, down. 6-18. 180.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, and his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd down, Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Reset. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Get down. You ready? Low, low, low. Watch the run. Watch the run.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 44, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
6:37.
From the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Raiders.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Mike down.
From the 17, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 13. Check. Let's go. Come on. 54.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Raiders.
What down?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense ready.
Carr now to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
7:34.
Operating from the gun. Carr is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now Austin. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, Brissett completes it to Austin. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A quick pass out to Juju. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 out. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. that he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So with 4th down coming up, here's Abombish39 now for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. $16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Well, they don't have any points on the scoreboard. Went for the fake. Maybe they feel like that'll jumpstart them a little bit.
You kind of get the sense that they thought they could come back to the field goal again if they don't create something out of this. But they pick up the 1st down. Maybe they can get 6. At worst case, they line up for another field goal and kick it the next time and get the 3 that they just turned down there for good reason.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Rush in, rush in.
Again, it's Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs.
At the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr. His throw incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Carr. Well, this is caught by Williams. 16 yards, a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Darren Lee. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Brissett. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Kill. Zoom.
From the 17, Brissett. And he finds Austin complete. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's now 4th and goal. That's the end of the
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go back to the ground. This time Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brissett sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Reset. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They run with Pumphrey. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short, only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't...
This football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So the Colts